As an adult of almost 40 years, I can say that I know almost everything there is to know, and I have gotten to know people in a way I've never thought possible. Like, I don't know, I feel like I feel kind of old, I feel kind of old having, you know, when I was an adolescent, I would go here and I would go there. I would go to different construction sites, and I would go to people that are building houses, people that are, working here, working there, painting this, fixing that. And, after all these years, there's a lot of things like, for example, like there's construction workers, plumbers, and people that cut grass, and people that do gardens and stuff like that. All that's unnecessary. I think about it now, and it's like, why would somebody need somebody else to go into their house to fix like a shelf, or some cupboards? you know why? You could do it yourself. It's very easy. You don't need nobody. You don't need nobody to go into your house to fix the plumbing. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that. You don't need people going into your house doing that. And I kind of find it odd, the system of how would you say it, of society, but it's like I say, I've gotten to know people in a way I've never thought possible. You know, very much like, how would you say it, low lives. Like other people that have are wealth, that live in wealth. I've talked to them, and their way of, how would you say it, interacting and in the lower society, among the low lives. I know how they act. I know how they act, and I've gotten to know them, and like I say, in a way I never thought possible. And it's like, what's happening? What's happening? What are we living? Is what I ask myself. And like, I think about it, everything that I've lived, and it's like unbelievable, really. Like, unbelievable, the type of, how would you say it, the type of lifestyle that society has. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, like a plumber. Who needs a plumber to go into their house? You know, nobody needs a plumber to go into their house. And it's just a way, like in the States, it's just a way to waste time. It's a way to have people go into your house, and do things you're not supposed to. It's a way that, it's a blind spot that they create. Like, why aren't there cameras everywhere? No, it's 2026. Why aren't there cameras everywhere? Because of privacy. No, because they want to create that blind spot. And it's the same thing with everything, if you were to pay attention. And it's kind of sick.